other is no other than myself, and I am no other than the other. We stand interconnectedly attached to everything else. The other is no other than myself. Now, speaking of ourselves, anything we do that affects others also affects us, and we must keep ourselves in that equation. Whenever we act in a non-ethical way to other people and create more suffering, it's like throwing stones into a still pond. We set ripples in motion that have effects well beyond the immediate and well beyond our view. How we treat others, what our very view of others is. Are they indeed others? Is it a word we continuously use? Can we get by that concept of other people? Can we look at the absolute view and realize that the other is no other than ourself, and ourself is no different than the other? All religions have ethics at their core, that idea that we're part of a universal fabric. Ethics becomes important in and by itself, how we treat each other. Essentially, no action that'll hurt another. Ahimsa. Listen, ahimsa simply means do no harm. Do no harm. And that's where ethics come in. Do no harm to other living beings. Do no harm. Because every cause has its effect, and every karmic act comes to fruition in consciousness. Any system that works better in harmony. This is what karma is all about, of course. When we do an act, or we say something, it isn't just the act that causes the suffering, both in ourselves and others, but the act sets in motion a whole mental consciousness that tends to develop of its own accord. And the more acts, and the more suffering we create, deeper our consciousness gets in this black tide of poor actions, poor thoughts. And then our consciousness becomes a consciousness then that does these things. The trap. That's when we fall into it, and when we stop thinking that what we're doing is unethical, that in some way, shape, or form this is the right action because it gives me satisfaction. The very ethics of our actions and our speech make for a more harmonious life for ourselves and others. We are all connected. The other is no other than myself.